Hi, welcome to the Big Bear Homestead. And today in our sustainable living series, we're going to show you how to take some trash and turn it into something, what would you say, cool?
Useful?
Useful? Special?
Yeah.
Useful is probably more like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Useful.
Turning trash into something really useful. Okay, so we're going to take a piece of trash and we're going to turn it into something really cool. So what we've done, show everybody.
I'm sorry, I just had this great joke in my head where I was thinking, took this great piece of trash and turned it into something cool. That's not very nice. I'm sorry. Because I would never call you trash.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so what have we got?
We took a gallon milk jug
Yes.
and turned it into a bird feeder. Now, some people out there are probably like, why in the world would you want to do something like that?
Right.
Well, multiple reasons. One, keeps it out of the landfill.
Yes, definitely. Because this is one of those things that, we talk about how you don't, on a homestead, you don't want the garbage man to ever have to visit. Well, that's fine and dandy for all the stuff you can burn. But glass and plastic are two really challenging things that are hard to get rid of.
Right.
And so this, and also the other ones that I saw was really cool, is like if you don't make your own laundry soap and you're still buying the laundry detergent in the plastic jugs, this is another good way to use those so they don't end up in a pile somewhere. Right.
And it's just another repurpose, reuse, repurpose, reuse. Now, another reason why I'm bringing this up this early in the season is because I'm always talking about getting natural predators to your garden.
Mm-hmm.
And see, we're in our garden, as you can see behind us, we've started planting this year. It's also early enough in the season that I still need to get my predatory birds, my Carolina wrens, all those blue jays, robins, all those guys. I need to get them over here looking in this area before we get hit with slugs, aphids, asparagus beetles, cucumber worms, any of those guys.
Like that.
And so one of the ways to do that is to have bird feeders out, not in your garden. Do not put these in your garden area whatsoever.
Then you're just going to encourage them to come eat.
Well, no, it's not that. We do want to encourage them to come eat. But what we don't want is birds are very messy eaters.
Oh, yeah.
So all the seed and stuff that you're going to be putting in here,
you might have a surprise sunflower patch.
you might all of a sudden during the gardening season, you may have whatever seed that you put in there, sunflower or some off-the-wall seed that you don't want contaminating your garden or anything like that.
Right.
So always put it off we're going to hang this in this oak tree over there behind us here. Will really be in front of us, behind y'all. And we're going to put birdseed in and we're going to hang it from one of the low-lying branches.
I would love to put it right there, but that won't be there next week.
Oh no, that tree's going away. But you just hang it up. You put the birdseed in the bottom.
Down towards here in the bottom.
Right. So how did we make this?
I don't know. We didn't make it.
No, the kids made it. It was part of one of their little projects, spring projects. And what they've done is they've taken the cap and they drilled or poked 2 holes in it, and they just took some 550 cord and
tied a knot in
it, and then they put it in there and screw it in there, and then they just cut holes in the side of the milk jug. And then we did something really cool. We were gonna spray paint it, but I guess we changed our mind. But they took different colored electrical tape to dress it up a little bit and put it on the rough edges
so
where they were cut, so that way it wasn't uncomfortable for the wild birds when they come. And then they just took 2 sticks, drilled a hole near the bottom, and fed them through.
Yep.
So they got little perches. And they're natural perches, so it's not going to be anything that's going to repel the bird or anything like that. And then all we do is we just hang it up, fill it up, and hang it up in the tree and let it go.
Yep, very neat.
And whammo, you've got a bird feeder. You've kept the trash man away from your homestead. You've kept this out of a landfill where it will sit and decompose over the next 100 years, couple 100 years. And you gave it a purpose.
Now, you know, I saw another really cool model where they cut a hole in the bottom and they fed another string down the bottom, and they would swap out pine cones. And they'd take a pine cone and wrap it in, or cover it in peanut butter, and then wrap the seed around it and put it down at the bottom too. That's kind of cool.
That's kind of cool.
So, anyway, there's all kinds of things you can do with it.
And this is a great project for kids to do. It gets them involved. It gets them off the computers. It gets them away from the television, and it gets them outside to where they can set this up, feed it, and then they can sit off and watch the birds that come. And it introduces them back into the outside world.
And I also like the idea, not necessarily of milk jugs, because with milk jugs, there's a lot of other purposes you can use for milk jugs. Since they've already been used for food, you know, you can store stuff in those. They're food grade. But going back to like the laundry detergents and things like that, those are ones that are definitely ones that I would use, you know, because you're going to have to cut them up to be able to open them up anyway, so you'll be able to clean them really well. But that to me would be a better container use, just because if you have those lying around, you know that you can't use them for anything else except for more soap, you know. So
well, we use this one because it had a hole in the top.
Right. So normally we would store, you know, different things, whether it be rice or whatever, in these. But since this one wasn't going to be able to be used for that, we were able to use the milk jug.
Right. And sometimes you just have too many milk jugs.
That's true too. That's true.
So there it is. Get your kids involved. Get them making bird feeders that you can hang. And the distance that I would hang them from my garden would be anywhere from, I wouldn't go further than 20 feet, but I wouldn't go any closer than about 5 feet.
5 to 10, yeah.
And once your garden starts, and what you do is I would feed it heavy to get them coming in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then as your garden starts to grow and as the season goes along, I may back off a little bit. I would still have some in here to keep their attention, but not as much to fill them up, so then that way they would go forage through your garden to get the natural insects.
Exactly. Very good point, because if you feed them too much, they're not going to be interested in why you're bringing them here in the first place.
That's right. Why are they going to go out hunting when they got the buffet?
Right. And why would they go after the, you know, the stuff that's good for them instead of the candy?
Why would they buy the cow when they're getting the milk for free?
That's right. So
all day. Use all day.
Let's not. We got so many other things to do besides talking. Anyway, okay.
So get your kids involved. Get them making this cool little project. Get it out there. Get it hung up now to get these birds around your garden. And that should help you with any type of pest control for your garden.
Right.
So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys, if you guys do this, hey, let us see them.
Post them on our Big Bear Homesteading
group.
page. Yeah, on our Facebook page. We love to see all of the things that you guys do as well.
So that's a challenge. That's a challenge.
Okay. We have a lot of people that watch that have children. So I would love to see what kind of different. We've seen some made with 2-liter Coke bottles.
Okay. Shh. Let me do my challenge. Here's the challenge. This is what ours looks like, the one that we did here today.
Okay.
Share it on our either the Big Bear Homestead group or either of the Big Bear Homestead pages on Facebook or pictures on Instagram, or send us a message through Facebook, email, pictures of you and your kids coming up with a different way of something like this, taking something that is most people would consider trash and turning it into a bird feeder. Let's see who can come up with the coolest design, and the one who comes up with the coolest design will get, if we don't have our t-shirts situation fixed by then, we'll get a sample of oil or
we'll do something fun.
Yeah, we'll give you guys
we'll
something.
Make something fun.
So there it is. We've just dropped the challenge.
Dropped the challenge.
We dropped the challenge. So there it is. Let's see them. So what are y'all still here for? Go. Get to making them. Thanks for coming by the Big Bear Homestead. And like always,
have a nice day.